Right on the edge. Aquarius, Pisces, just put me in water. Don't worry about it. And they're like, oh, well, that's interesting. I'm like, it's really not.
I don't remember whatever. I'm not into that shit at all.
I know that because of the song, Jesus was a Capricorn. Chris Christopherson song.
Oh, okay.
Love that Chris Christopherson. Rest in peace.
Yeah, real happy with the way this came out. And Ben even spelt September right.
Hey!
That's so very helpful.
Well, our April auction was April 12th.
Arple. Yeah, it's Arple. It's my favorite month. Smarch and Arple.
And it's
A-R-P-I-L.
delicious. It's
Yeah.
delicious, cold or hot. Arple.
Arple. Smart.
I had Arple tunnel syndrome.
On April 12th? Yeah.
Arple 12th.
Oy, oy, oy.
Proofreader.
You know, we all looked at it. So I'm saying that he changed something. Last second, he changed something.
That's my story.
And I'm sticking to it.
I see no flaw in your thesis.
All right, the crazy bitches out there.
I thought last week was our last show, and now we'll see if this week's our last show.
Well, she was supposed to not do a live show, you heard.
Yeah.
And then last second, she changed her mind again. What a headache.
So she's still in the game?
I guess.
Okay, good.
Yeah, this Colt double diamond set, they're serial numbered together. It's a Colt officer and a Python.
Python, yeah.
Yeah, and what an odd pairing.
That is definitely an odd pairing, but they're serial together?
Yeah.
Together.
How
That is.
That's
I would even get the 1911 or the or
But the officers makes no sense at all. 'Cause, you know, why would you put that itty bitty little thing in there?
right?
Oh, here's a good one for you.
let's get a picture real
Oh,
fast
yeah,
so I
okay.
can put her on up.
Guy comes in on Friday, sells us a Staccato P.
Thank you.
Very nice gun. He came in with a price. We said, okay. We paid him. He called the next morning and said, I haven't cashed your check yet. Can I get more for that?
After you agreed on.
Yeah. People, man, I tell you.
That is rather curious.
It takes all kinds, and every single one of them come into the gun shop.
Oh, yeah.
And in fullness of time, and the more successful you are, the more you will run into, and well you know.
Yep.
Just about every time I learn how this phone works, they change the,
Oh, yeah, they update shit.
Oh, yeah.
and then I don't know how anything works anymore.
Yep.
Ooh, that's actually a pretty good shot.
Well, very cool.
I mean, this was fun stuff.
That is cool. Oh, that's cool.
Unless you're that guy that forgot his earplugs.
No.
Nothing like cannon fire to go off next to your head to make you.
Remember your hearing plugs next time, or not need them next time.
I told you I had a Garand go off next to my head. I was holding it and trying to do the kickstart,
Oh, yeah.
and my ear is still ringing. And that was 2018, 7 years ago. My ear's still ringing.
Still hasn't stopped.
Mm. I signed up for EOT, Silver Senior.
How big is that? How big is that category now, Silver Senior?
I don't know. I'll let you know in February.
Well, we'll see. We'll see by the time.
If they get, because now that I'm in it, everybody will bail and go somewhere else.
Super Silver.
Yeah. What's after silver? Extra silver or something.
Silver Senior.
Yeah, what's after that one?
Elder Statesman.
Elder statesman.
Elder statesman.
A category in which I reside, not to my great joy.
It's got such a nice ring to it, though. Elder statesman.
You know, I won that category last year, and because I had that stupid gig, I wasn't there to win it.
Oh,
I mean, let's face it, there are, when one reaches our point in life, there are fewer and fewer moments to celebrate.
Yep.
God darn it.
Yep.
and our not Facebook, our YouTube has crested the 1,000 mark. So congratulations!
Excellent. Muy
And,
That's
bueno.
fabulous.
and on within the first few hours of our lives going up, our little shorts, they're getting 500 plus practically on the spot.
Bitchin'.
That's
That's on YouTube or
YouTube.
Oh, very cool.
So,
I know they're doing real well on InstaFace or
Oh yeah,
Facegram.
You really are technologically adept, aren't you, Jeff?
Yeah, boy.
You're a light to us
And
all.
we're 4 for 4, Kevin just said. Oh. Oh, Richard wants to talk about rifles with floating barrels. We did that the other day, didn't we?
I think so.
Guarantees the result of his dental implants. Dr. Zaday's patented Implanova components are engineered for a secure, lasting fit. Not always the case with others who attempt dental implants. And Dr. Zaday personally handles the steps in-house. No need to visit multiple location specialists.
How's this for
7-3-2020.
product placement?
Hey, Coca-Cola, if you're listening, you guys, you could afford a couple of shekels to sponsor a hard-working show, couldn't you?
You'd think.
Okay. Stop things.
All right.
Are you listening? Read the latest headlines on our website.
Here we go.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. You're listening to Gunslingers, brought to you from behind the Iron Curtain on Radio Free California. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
That's us.
Yeah, baby.
From San Diego to San Francisco, from LA to Phoenix to Vegas, we're on the air.
And all over the internet, folks. If you want to watch any of these streams, any of these shows, jump on YouTube, Facebook Live, Rumble, and X. We're live right now. Just look for Gunslinger Radio Show.
And this is a live show, that not a infomercial.
No,
This is a live show. That means that we have a phone. If you want to call and ask us questions, what's that number, Jim?
you guys are going to want to call in at 866 870 5752. Again, 866 870 5752.
All right. Real quick, let's get, we want to thank Leon and George and the Motorboy.
Oh, the Motorboy.
Lance the Motorboy for coming in last week. It was a crowded house.
It was. I was splitting the mic. That was fun.
Fun show, though.
Yeah, well,
Fun show.
Very good. And so I want to thank them for coming in on that. And we'll do that again one time before the end of the year because, we're already in September, guys.
We're
Tomorrow.
3/4 through this year. And
Summer's going to be here any minute.
Right? I mean, remember when we finished the June auction? Oh, man, we don't have anything now till after the other side of summer.
Don't even worry about
it. It's less than 2 weeks away.
Jeez Louise. Less than.
The 13th, September 13th, guys. That's our next auction. I don't know if you guys have been looking at the catalog. Of course, well, there you go. If you're online, you can see that now. Go to gunslingerauctions.com for the catalog. Everything's there. There's 750 lots.
Because by golly, when you say I'm not doing more than 500, by 500 I mean 550. By golly, 600 is my absolute limit. I am not doing more than 675 guns.
Well, or 750. I don't know. One of the three. But yeah, so it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff. You can now go on two different. If you guys got tired of proxy bid for some reason, if you want to go, you can go to a new company we've picked up, High Bid, and bid there. So lots of different ways to do it. Of course, you can call us and leave sealed bids. You can call us and be on the phone with us. We got all kinds of different ways you can bid, or you can just show up live, which is what I always recommend.
We love you being there live. It makes the whole entire event feel even bigger.
Kind of like phone calls in the show.
Oh, yeah.
It's what makes the show fun.
And the Highway 39 Event Center is a place to be, folks. If you have not been there yet, it's going to be a wonderful time.
Yep.
So many cars, so many things to look at, and then you get an auction.
Yeah, and we'll talk a bit about Highway 39. They're having a special event this coming week on Wednesday the 3rd. I'll get into that in the next segment. Rick from the CRPA, if you guys heard the last week's show, a good friend of the show, Sam Paradas, he was the president of Gun Owners of California,
yes, sir,
passed away last week. And so
I had not heard.
Yeah, because we'd had Sam on many times.
And a good friend to the firearms community.
Yeah, and he
defender
passed last week. And Rick texted me this morning. He's at Sam's funeral today, and it's up in El Dorado, California, so he's not going to be with us tonight. So I'm going to talk some about this Horse Soldier bourbon whiskey. Now, I'm not a drinker, but
don't worry, I got you covered. Playing a bar band.
Yeah, so like I didn't. So we'll get into that in the next segment. But in the meantime, boy, everything's moving forward at the shop. Of course, the catalog, like I said, is already up at gunslingerauctions.com. We're getting full for December auction. If you got stuff you want to get into December, I'd recommend you do it soon because it's filling up. I've got something like 5 collections that we're just waiting on the people to give us a call and come get.
And after the next auction, usually we, since people have already sold or already bought, they start flooding in once again. So make sure.
Don't be that guy, because we get lots of them. They call like a week before the auction.
Can you sneak this in?
Yeah, it's like, guys, the catalog's been up for a month, and we're not going to get any. The bids are flowing now, and we put in something new, it's not going to catch on.
Oh, no.
So we don't want to do that to you. So let's make sure. I had a long talk with a guy. He brought in a bunch of guns, and he's very nervous about auction. Oh my gosh, I don't know. And it's because people, they acquaint auctions with Depression era fire sales.
No.
Where the guy's standing on the porch of some poor person's home selling things for nickels and dimes, and they're so worried. Well, what if it doesn't sell? It'll sell.
Would you hold up that flyer of yours? Because we're not selling horseshoes and hammers here. I mean, there is some tasty goods there.
People trust us with 6-figure firearms, guys. So, your $300, $500, we'll get it done. My favorite thing to tell people, if you give me 10 guns, this is what's going to happen. 3 are going to sell for more than what they're worth. 3 are going to sell for exactly what they're worth, and 3 are going to sell a little bit under what they're worth. And it all works out in the end, and that 10th one, it's going to be a wild card.
Yep.
You just never know. So the other thing I have to constantly remind people is when you bring your stuff into my auction, we're partners. The more you make, the more I make.
Hand in hand, folks.
When I sell your stuff for pennies, now you're upset, you tell 2 friends, they tell 2 friends,
sure,
and so on, and so on. And
you've been doing this for how long?
27 years.
So there must be a reason for that. If I may interject one more thing, and that is, everybody wants the maximum amount for their firearms. And the market, it expands sometimes, it contracts sometimes. We've discussed many times how if there's a Western movie out, Western firearms are more popular. If there is a World War II movie out, Garands go off the charts, etc. But one of the nice things about your model is That's what the real world, because you are reaching out not just to people into the house, but people all over the internet, people all over the United States, people all over the world. So that's what the real market really, really is. And there's no more accurate way of discerning that.
Just with proxy bid and high bid, we're expecting 5,000 bidders.
Hear that?
Just
folks.
with those two. Now, this does not include the hundreds of people that will be there live. This does not include all the people that will, we'll get 75 to 100 different people leaving sealed bids and we have people. Jimmy's one of
I'll be on the phone talking to you folks.
We get guys that call in and they'll leave 30 phone bids.
Yep.
So you're constantly. Sometimes you just stay on the phone with them for a while, but so. Nothing to worry about is basically the gist I'm going for here.
And you've got a whole staff full of people to handle it all in real time.
Oh,
yeah. And it works like clock.
And just to clock in on the growth and all the people there, I want to thank everyone online. Gunslingers just crested 1,000 subscribers over on YouTube. Want to thank all of you guys out there. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. And on any of the platforms, make sure you're hitting that like button for us. If you're just stopping in, just hit it. It's going to be a great show. And remember, share it with your friends. Let's keep growing, folks. Well, but thank you again.
And speaking of crust, let's get to Richard at the airport. How are you, Richard?
Good evening, you Gunslingers of America.
Yeah, God bless.
What's going on?
I want to know what do you think of rifles and floating barrels?
Boy, I would much rather have the one than not. The idea of what he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen, when you free float a barrel, what you do is you make sure that the barrel itself is untouched from the receiver to the muzzle. That way, you don't have to worry about pressure being put on the barrel. You don't have to worry about the barrel expanding and touching something, which would change your point of impact and alter the accuracy.
Yep.
The most accurate guns you're going to find, all other things being equal, will be rifles with free-floated barrels.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Got a joke for us? He says knowingly.
Tomorrow is Labor Day, and do you know which president was really big on labor?
Who had the most children?
I don't know, Richard. Who?
It was Abraham Lincoln. He went around saying, "Join the Union."
Oh.
Goodbye, Richard. We'll see you next
God
week.
bless you, Richard. Be safe.
Have a great week.
Thank you, sir. All right, when we get back, let's get those phones going. Jimmy, what's that number?
You guys going to call in at 866-870-5752.
All right, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we'll be right back.
Yes. Oh, want to say hi to everyone online. Kirk, we got Melissa, Ricky Riley. Always great to have you, even though it's already late over there. Weedy's on. Oh, Johnny's on. Mr. Enigma, always great to have you in. Mom's on. Mark's on. Fred, great to see you. God bless you, Fred.
Wax on. Wax off.
Cheryl, nice to have you in. Thanks for stopping in with us. Robert, always great to have you in. You're gonna make. I don't think you're gonna make it to the next auction, but make sure you put in that sealed bidder. Give us a call.
Mystery Jeff, you don't drink, you don't smoke. What do? You sound like an Adam Ant song.
A little bit.
To which the response was, Jeff buys cars.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always realized early that I didn't need anything to make me dumber. 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, bop, gonna rock around the clock tonight. Ho, side, side, thong. Join the hunt. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes one. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till bright daylight. Gonna rock around the clock tonight. Welcome back, everybody. That is the opening song to American Graffiti.
Yeah.
It's also a song that was used in a movie called Blackboard Jungle. Remember that one?
Wow, that's reaching back into the mists of time.
Yeah, about 1954. The real first rock and roll song ever.
Before color had been invented.
Oh yeah, and Bill Haley's guitar is in the Smithsonian.
Hey.
Bill Haley's guitar belongs in this.
Yes,
music,
it
if I
does.
may.
And the only time it came out, Brian Setzer got to use it on stage.
I feel like that was in awfully good hands.
Yeah.
Me too.
That guy,
Makes
that guy
sense.
reinvigorated rockabilly, didn't
Right? And
Great player.
I'm a huge fan. That
I
guy
miss
is
my
amazing.
pompadour.
Still got mine.
Yeah, it's
Anyway.
nice.
Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on.
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And normally this is the time we have Rick from the CRPA, but like we said, Rick is attending a funeral for a dear friend of all of ours.
Yes, sir.
And so he won't be here tonight. What was that?
Please keep rolling.
So he won't be here tonight, but he will be back next week.
Well, I wanted to say, in his place, I was at the Huntington Beach Civil War reenactment today, which, by the way, I cannot recommend highly enough. Free parking. Free parking, beautiful.
Cell phones.
You know, that's Lassiter. That's Lassiter.
Oh, my gosh.
Hey, Tom, we're on the air, buddy. Can we talk to you later? Or call the show?
Yeah, call in. 866-870-5752.
Taking live calls here. Listen, anyway, it's held at Huntington Beach's large Central Park. It's a beautiful facility. It was really fun to watch. It's a huge event. There are hundreds and hundreds of reenactors and that sort of thing. But what I really wanted to do is take our CRPA slot and give a shout out to Scott and Victoria, who were manning the CRPA booth, doing so. CRPA is tirelessly doing the outreach to anyone who's willing to hear. They were handing out tchotchkes and bumper stickers and things like that. So Scott and Victoria, thanks for manning the booth. Thanks for recognizing the Gunslingers radio show.
How cool.
And again, like CRPA, thanks for all you do.
That sticker is pretty cool. The CRPA hands this
give it a
out.
read.
Yeah, and what it is, it's a sticker for your safe, and it says, "Notice to police: the contents of this container are private. Consent to search is not granted. A search warrant is required. Suspects invoke their right to remain silent and demand an attorney."
Hey.
It's just a reminder of your constitutional rights.
Somewhere I got a whole pile of these, and I put them all on every one of my safes.
I'd put it on my trunk. I put it on
Very cool. Okay, so what I was talking about earlier, guys, this Wednesday at the Highway 39 Event Center, we're gonna go. It's the Horse Soldier Bourbon Whiskey. Okay, the story begins at Ground Zero. The Horse Soldier Bourbon story. Let me get. I suck at reading. Sorry. The Horse Soldier Bourbon story is woven into the fabric of one of America's most historic moments. Just days after 9/11, elite teams of Green Berets were inserted into Afghanistan, some on horseback. Dubbed the Horse Soldiers, their exploits were retold in the Hollywood blockbuster 12 Strong, the CNN documentary Legion of Brothers, and memorialized by America's Response Monument located at Ground Zero in New York City. Now, 3 of these guys are going to be there live.
That's legit. I mean,
Yeah.
yay for having a wonderful bourbon. These guys are legitimate American heroes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Mike over there sent out to me to say, hey, you want to come? So we're going to go.
That's wonderful.
So this Wednesday, it starts at 6 p.m., and that's at the Highway 39 Event Center. Tickets, just go to www.highway39.com, or you can call them 714-699-2539. Make sure you tell them the Gunslinger sent you.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the Highway 39 Event Center, where have I heard of that before?
That's where we hold our auctions.
So you'll be able to find your way there easily.
Oh, yeah. And then if it's your first time, you'll know where to come for the auction. That's only less than 2 weeks
And
away, folks.
it's a beautiful facility. I absolutely love going there.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I always get there early just so I can walk around because they change the cars fairly regularly.
Yeah.
So it's always cool to see what's the new stuff.
And if you're there and checking it out, take pictures, post them up, and tag the Highway 39 Event Center. They love that, and to get the word out, especially because I think the last time, I think a majority of them, they had a bunch of just straight jet black cars there, and like they always go with a cool motif like that, and they're all shined up and ready.
They've got a whole line of Bel Air convertibles, I think from 1955 to 1965. Oof. And there's Kevin's running some stuff right now. There's a 56 Ford truck. I got one of those. No, there's a 50. So I don't have my glasses on.
That looks like a 57.
That's
right
a 57. There. I used to have one of those. That
have a
is
57 anymore.
I don't. That's a 58 Impala. I got one of those.
Yeah, if you guys aren't watching online, jump online in the
I'm
stream.
sorry. We're talking about
see,
cars.
you can see exactly what we're going through because we like to take videos while we're there because it's the coolest place.
How do they find us online again? Yeah.
You're going to go to gunslingerauctions.com to find the location of that, but you can go to Highway Event Center. Just go, I believe it's highwayeventcenter.com. I'll double check that, but yeah, it's really it's got great parking, food, drink, comfortable seating. It's got it all. So, folks, come on in, spend some time with us on Wednesday, and then come back in 2 weeks for the auctions.
And for those that have been coming for a long time but did not make the last, we've instituted a new little thing.
Oh, yes.
At 12 noon, we take a 10-minute break. We've never done this, I know we've never done this before, but we did it at the last auction, and it was a big hit. You can get up and use the head, or you can get up and order it. They have a full-on bar there. Mm-hmm. They have a restaurant there. You can order everywhere you sit. You're sitting at a table. It's not just the old chairs out like it used to be. There's tables everywhere, and
you're not at the pews.
Yeah, you're sitting around a table now, so you've got a place to put your catalog, and if you want to keep score, you don't have to bring a clipboard anymore. You can do it right on the table. There you go. There's our friend Doug, and he was a winner on this. This is online, guys. You got to check it out online. Go ahead. Well, I believe this is a clip of Doug winning, and he gets very excited about his win, and
as he should.
Yeah, and in the old days, remember we used to have the guns there.
Yeah,
we stopped doing that because nobody's insurance will cover that anymore.
Liability.
Yeah. So what we do now is we've got a huge screen behind us, and as we go through them, we'll have pictures of the lot that we're doing going on behind us.
Multiple pictures.
You look at the size of that screen. That's 4 times the size of the firearm itself. That's actually better resolution than you get looking at the actual firearm.
Yeah, I mean, you remember in the olden days, we used to have the girls carry the guns. Hey.
Then after a while, it was the guys carrying the gun.
Yeah, because one of the gals that used to work for us, she used to find these, and I don't know where she found these girls, but oh my god!
After a while, she went deeper and deeper into it.
Well, because it's a lot of work walking around carrying firearms over your head for 5-6 hours, and so they would get tired, and we got to keep going, and they didn't want to, so all of a sudden we had 5 girls, now we got 4, now we got 3, and they would never ever want to come back. So I think she went to Tattooed Girls in Shorts Are Us.
Oh yeah, that's exactly where she
pretty
went.
much where the last couple of sets
.edu.
of them. Yeah,
because it's a certified college as well. And again, it's highway39.com. Really even easier for you. Just highway39.com to check out Highway 39 Event Center and see what the address is and see what other events they have going on.
And it is such a cool place. On top of which they rent it to me for the day, but they rent out for parties and reunions and all kinds. They have birthday parties there, all kinds of cool stuff, and it's a bitchin' place.
A stage, they got a dance floor, they got it all going on. So
killer, and I would know they have a killer PA system.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So I'm sure they'll have a guy up there with it. Every event I've gone to, they've had a guy up there playing guitar and singing and stuff like that. And yes, I always want to kick him off the chair and take his guitar.
It's my turn,
but I don't. We were talking about that earlier. How it's tough for Mark and I to go see a band because it's
we have a certain modest amount of experience doing it. For years.
I mean, between the two of us, it's got to be 50, 60 years of playing, right? I mean, I think my first band, I was 13, 14. And, I stopped doing it. I don't know. It's been a while now, but I think I could probably get up and do 3 or 4 songs before the voice went out like this.
Oh, well, you did perform a couple years ago at your birthday, which was pretty cool. Well, it's a bitch. You even took little Jimmy's. He had a. He had a request, and I think it was a tax man or something like that.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but you took it, and y'all did it.
We did it, yeah.
You also have fine taste in guitars, as I recall. Something we both like are Gretsch's.
Oh, yeah, Gretsch. Well, I'm a Gretsch, Rickenbacker, and of course, Gibson's. Hard to turn down a good Gibson. My favorite, I told this story, I think, a couple weeks ago. I had a 1953 Les Paul Gold Top. And it was just mint, and the original case. But in 1982, I bought my first house, and we needed a washer and dryer. I sold it for $750 and a used washer and dryer. Yeah.
What a 53 Les Paul Gold Top is worth right now. You could just about buy the house to surround the washer and dryer. And by the way, that is not much of an exaggeration.
I saw a refinished 1954 with a broken and repaired neck on sale for $40,000 the other day. Mine was perfect. Yeah, mine was perfect and untouched with the original alligator case.
So if you'd like to bring those by the Gunslinger for his auction.
You know, I talked to a gal this week. She said she had a lot of Southwest art, and her husband had passed away and collected this stuff for a long time, and she was going to bring it in. And then she says, I got all these guitars, too. And I go, oh, well, you know, I play guitar. Yeah. And I'm like, what is it that you have? Well, I've got this 1958 Les Paul.
Play it cool. Play it cool, Jeff. Play it cool.
For those of you that don't know, that's kind of the gold standard.
Yeah, that is absolutely gold
standard. Yeah, I mean, a 1958 Les Paul could fetch six figures without even trying.
Found Excalibur.
So yeah, it's truly.
He never played it much, so it's got all the tags and stuff on it. I'm sure you're not interested.
Original strings? How'd you do that?
You know, Neil Young, that black one that he plays, that's a 1958. But it's somewhere in the 70s when it was not the cool hip guitar to have. He had painted it black, and it's still what he calls his Black Beauty or whatever. But oh man, what a crazy guitar. Anyway, guys, we're gonna take the break at the bottom of the hour.
Yes,
we'll be back in just a minute. Let's get some phone calls. Jimmy, what's the number?
Call in 866-870-5752.
And if you don't call in, I'm gonna talk about the Dodgers.
Dun dun dun.
We'll be right back.
Right? They got one game?
Two now, because Padres
lost today.
Yeah. They are a schizophrenic team.
Man, well,
and their manager is not helping things.
I mean, this has been the complaint year after year. Management, it always seems to be spoiling the stew.
I mean, I'm drawing a Scott, the pitcher that he brought. Did you see the game at all today?
I did not see the game. I was
the guy that they
black powder go up.
Guy that they brought up from the Padres. He was their closer.
Trainer?
No, he's been with us for a couple years. A lefty.
That's the new pickup. Yeah.
Yeah. He just come back from injury, and he comes in the eighth inning after
Sasaki.
Yeah,
not Sasaki.
No, the other
Yoshinobu.
Yeah, Yamamoto.
Yamamoto.
He comes in and he gives up 2 hits and a home run. We were up 4-1, and now we're tied.
Oh yes.
And I'm just like.
Again, to that. I mean, meaning no disrespect to the Diamondbacks, but they're not exactly a powerhouse this year.
No.
Although, in fairness to them, boy, Corbin Carroll, that cat is fun to watch.
He's the one that hit it. And what is he, like 5'6"?
Right? He's like
that guy on the
David
Astros.
Eckstein, man. He's I
Everyone's
prefer
got their
Eckstein
own Mookie, because Mookie's a small guy too that seems to launch the ball.
He definitely punches above his weight.
Everyone plays a little bit better when they're trying to take that. When your home champ,
of course, everybody
LA,
wants to beat the champs. Yeah. I totally understand
Target
that.
on back, you know about that.
Mm-hmm. But the bottom of the ninth, they pulled the young kid catcher, and they brought in Will Smith, and he hit
Captain America, man.
Yeah, he hit a bottom of the ninth, a walk-off homer to end the game. Oh man.
Man, as soon as we got Smith in, because I wasn't the biggest fan of Barnes, period. Like I wasn't, and when we lost him and had some new blood come in, I was pretty overjoyed. I'm not gonna lie, because I never really saw Barnes produce, and his catching style is not my cup of tea, as they say. He's kind of got that stone figure, not really bouncing off the toes kind of deal. So when we got some new legs in there, I was really happy. And I miss catchers playing multiple positions. Like Piazza used to do first, used to do third once in a while.
Well, that was to spare his legs because he was a good hitter.
Yeah. Well,
How about Cal Raleigh? sitting on leading major leagues in home runs from the catcher's position. And he is, last I heard, let us know if it's changed, he is 4 behind Mickey Mantle's all-time switch hitter home run record of 54. He's 4 behind with just about a month to go.
Nice.
That would be, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, I hate to see anything. The Mick doesn't have that many anymore.
And holding on to the last few records that he
Well, that's the game, right? And certainly the game has evolved, and pitchers are burning up because of the 6-second rule.
So many games
Last but
already.
not least, did you see Peyton Tolley? The Boston Red Sox called up a 22-year-old pitcher, and if you haven't seen him, you have to look this guy up. You have to look up Peyton Toll. He ran 6 or 7 innings, was winning when he came out, and it's the Red Sox this year, so they hacked it up when he went. But you have to look this guy up, because when I tell you this guy is 22 years old, you're going to look and say, what 1970s movie did this 38-year-old football player come out of?
What time warp did he step through, huh?
That's a time warp. Love baseball.
Good to have everyone in. Continue sending on those comments. Make sure you hit, if you haven't yet or just stopped in right now, hit that like button. We still got an hour and a half of this great show. Fastest 2 hours on radio, folks.
We got a couple of calls, but here we go. That's up, Joe. Ho-dee-do.
They hide the feeling.
I don't know. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network, folks.
Okay, the phones are starting to light up finally, so I won't talk too much about the Dodgers. We will get into it later. I'm not very happy with these guys. You know,
Getting a heart attack every time.
well,
man.
you know, they say there's no bad soldiers, just bad generals. And if that doesn't suit the Dodgers to a T, you know, where is Tommy? You know what? Who the Dodgers need in that dugout is either Tommy Lasorda or Sparky Anderson.
Anytime you want to throw either of those names out, good old time nose in the dirt ball players,
Yep.
absolutely.
You know, and Roberts just sits there like a statue. He doesn't get up or down. He rarely moves. And this is not this is an all-star team.
Yes.
I mean, there's no getting around. I think of the all-star team this year, we had 6 or 7 starters.
Yeah, we had.
This is a legitimate all-star team. You need an all-star type manager.
Yeah, because
He's got he's got the 2 World Series rings, right? So
Well,
Dave,
he's got 1.5.
Yeah, honest to God. That doesn't really count, does it? Dave, if you would like to call in and defend your decision making, we would be glad to entertain that phone call.
You need you need a beating, pumping heart.
We got a couple of minor league ball players here who would be glad to explain how the game goes.
Yeah, from 1970. Anyway, okay, that's enough of that. Let's jump over to Howard in L.A. Howard, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening, Howard.
I gave Ruger a call about a week or so ago about why they make a 1911 magazine for their R1911 pistol that will not work in government 45s. Mm-hmm. And I was a little, why don't you tell people about that before they do like I did, buy 10 magazines that are useless?
Well, makes sense.
I also said something that I talked to you about, that why don't you upscale the 1022 to 357 Magnum like you did for the 44 Magnum in the 1970s, and you set it up to where a camera, a digital camera, can be hooked up to it, and a brass catching setup, so that you could recover your brass without having to chase it all over the range.
Well, makes sense.
And the guy said,
We don't have idea guys at our shop.
Anyway.
Also, I'd like to find out when I can talk with Mark about something that jewelry store owners can do to defend their property from smash and grabbers.
That's wisdom that you should probably share with all of us, because that is a problem that doesn't seem to be in a hurry to go away.
I don't like giving criminals that are smarter than politicians any heads up that could put me in danger.
Point well made.
Well, wait a minute. Are you saying that there's a politician that's not a criminal?
What?
Did I say that out loud?
Oh, is this thing on?
I missed that.
So did a lot of others. But anyway, go ahead.
Politicians and crooks, sometimes you do need cards to be able to tell them apart.
Yeah,
Name tags,
little
right?
hand in
Something
hand.
between their ears other than a vacuum.
No question about that.
Yeah.
Is Mark going to be at the next CRPA meet in Burbank?
Let me see. You know what? I will make a point to be there.
I mean, I wish I can, but because from West LA to Burbank, you either start the day before,
Boy, that's
or you're stuck in traffic.
That sounds like my trip home every day.
boy, no kidding. And you drive out here, although tonight you should get a break. Howard, I want to take a second and discuss 1911 magazines. As you may or may not know, I'm an ardent 1911 competitor, and honestly, 1911's more so than anything else, especially because of the limited capacity. But one of the things you do, don't buy a magazine that you haven't been able to take your firearm in, explain to the staff what it is that you are going to do, make sure the firearm is clear, show them that, and then grab a handful of magazines, put them in the firearm, retract the slide forcefully. If the firearm does not lock open, pass and get another magazine. Next, if the magazine does not drop clear, pass and get another magazine. Honestly, because the problem is there are something like 75 1911 makers, and they've been making magazines for that gun since 1911, and they've been made all over the world in various iterations. And honestly, do yourself a favor and try before you buy.
Yeah, they are not one size fits all.
They are not one size fits all.
If I could drive to your store, with the pistol I'm using, I bought before all of this government crap got put in. I bought it in. She was probably the late '60s.
Is it a Colt?
Yeah.
It should be a good gun, but again, it's not this.
Well,
the magazine's the heart of the firearm, and you need to make sure it works.
Howard, before we let you go, what did Ruger say about the magazine issue?
No, they don't fit. I gave them my serial number. They said, no, that's not one that ours work in.
Surprise!
Yeah, okay.
Hopefully get a
Thanks a
refund on
lot.
that.
Yeah, well, all right. Howard, as always, thanks for the call. We'll talk to you later. Ruger's an interesting company. I've talked to them at the SHOT Show.
Yeah.
They make
you can actually talk to.
And they make what's called the PC9, the police carbine 9mm, which is a great firearm, and they make it in 40.
But
why don't they make it in 45, which I've been trying to get them to?
You run an auction house. You know the Marlin Camp 9.
Yep.
Okay, that comes in 45. It's kind of they didn't work on it quite long enough and quite hard enough, so it's a little bit of a fiddly firearm. But what happens when one of those comes up to auction?
Sells 4 times more than the Camp 9.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Ruger, are you listening?
I explained that to them, and the guy looked at me and
nodded furiously.
Sure,
Never
buddy.
heard from him again.
Yeah, and that was, and it's like, I see, I'm just talking to nobody.
Honestly, Jeff, you're spot on about that. I think that would be a license to print money.
I mean, it's a grand slam. If you ask me, I don't know anybody that wouldn't want to shoot a little carbine in 45 ACP.
Put me on that list.
And you've said it year after year. This is not like
Honestly.
the first time we've brought this up, and it's our audience knows it too. Like they all have said the same thing. I know Kirk about the same thing.
And what Howard was talking about, the 44 Magnum, originally it was tube fed,
Right.
and then they came out with, I think they call it the Deer Slayer, and it
the
came out
little
with
rotary magazine?
Yeah, and it was a 3 or 4 round rotary mag, and it was similar to a 1022. Why don't they make that in .38 or .357. I think that would be a fun gun to shoot.
That would be a really fun gun to shoot. It'd be relatively more inexpensive, and of course, it wouldn't beach up because that deer slayer is a light thing, and when you start using full bolt loads, it'll get your attention.
Yeah, because I don't think that it would work shooting 44 specials like a revolver does. So it would be a different.
Boy, what a great idea! I think Howard's onto something.
Yep.
Okay, I'm getting a text from the CRPA. Hi, Jeff. If you can, could you put a plug in for the CRPA Wild West Liberty Fest on September 27th? If you have time and it works with the show, we would appreciate it. CRPA Foundation Fundraiser Banquet Wild West Liberty Fest taking place Saturday, September 27th at the Compton Hunting and I lost my spot here.
That's it.
Oh, the Compton Hunting and Fishing Club. Tri-tip dinner, cash bar, gun games, auctions, and live auctions. Nobody talked to me about it. Tri-tip dinner, and I already said that. Check out the flyer in CRPA's Facebook and Instagram.
Yep, it's over at 1625 South Sportsman Drive in Compton, and it starts at 3 p.m., ends at 9.
All right, and that's September 27th, or you can call the CRPA at 714-992-2772.
And you're self-plugged.
Yeah, and you can get the tickets online if you go to crpa.org. You go ahead and jump on there. You can get your tickets right online.
If you want your plug read by us at Gunslinger,
Send a text.
Send us a tri-tip.
send us a text during the show, and
We're taking live calls. Hi, Mom.
right? I mean, anyway, okay.
Yep. No, but thank you again. We CRPA, we appreciate you so dearly. We love to make sure that we get the word out for all gun owners in California and this nation know about you and take you as a resource for all things firearms. So thank you so much.
Yep.
CRPA.org.
They do a yeoman's job.
We talk about the fact that we are winning even here in California, and boy, you find the CRPA behind virtually every win that we have.
Yeah, yesterday at the shop, the old geezers were talking about how the so-called high cap, really standard capacity magazine law was thrown out by the Supremes, and they were all bummed out. And I said, whoa, wait a minute now, guys. One of them was thrown out, but the case from the CRPA is much, much stronger, and that one is expected to be picked up, and that one is the one that they will say, enough of this, BS, and will strike that law down. So, this, and again, this is because, a lot of folks get involved in this, but they don't have the background. So they tend to just kind of, willy-nilly throw stuff together and try and get it in there. But the CRPA stuff is law-backed and much more likely to be seen by the Supreme Court than just, Bob and Al's, grinder shop,
but
drive-in movie and law firm.
The team over at the CRPA and the things that they put together do, and how hard they fight for all these bills and fight against the legislation against it is something that you don't see with any other type of fight.
Yeah.
So thank you guys again. Yeah, that's the team really working. Not only, again, like I said, not only for California, but this nation.
Yeah, you know my law firm, Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, you know what, guys? When we get back, we got Gary in L.A., Mark in Woodland Hills. We'll get to you guys. Give us a call. What's the number, dude?
866-870-5752.
All right. You're listening to Gunslinger. Did I just call you dude?
Dude, totally.
This is what happens when I try and do more than 10 things at once.
Totally.
We'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, we will.
That's what a seamless segue from the Black Beauty to. This can't be an accident. Nobody's that good.
No. A friend of mine has the reissue 58 with the flame top with all the beautiful wood.
Yeah.
He's been telling me for 5 years he's going to sell it to me, but he's never come up with a price, and he's never actually said, "Okay, I'm ready." The hell I need another guitar for is
But once in a while,
every now and again.
I get that. I am jonesing right now for a no Gretsch. The big, I have the 6120s. I have a couple of those things. They're beautiful guitars. That's the Brian Setzer guitar, right? But I am kind of hyperkinetic on stage, and I literally need a smaller guitar.
Oh.
So trying to find it by.
That's an intro.
Yes, it is.
Along with me. Do you know that this is a cover song?
Yes,
Actually,
I do, and they owe all their money to them. That's one of the reasons I didn't put out much more after that.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, a gal actually did that in the 60s.
Yes.
Yep. And it's almost exact. It's almost exactly the same song.
Almost exactly. All right.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
All right. And as promised, let's get to the phones. Let's get to Gary in L.A. Gary, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening.
Yes, can I buy a shotgun for my son if I have a felony?
No. A felon cannot buy a firearm, period.
Nope.
All righty.
Yep. And
All right, great show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Short and sweet. But
That's how it works.
Yeah.
He can if he's over 21.
Yeah, if he can buy one, but you cannot, and you cannot buy one and give it to him. That's called a straw sale. And when somebody's a prohibited person, which a felon would be, that's can get all kinds of people into trouble. So
And by the way, that's a useful call to the show because, again, we're here to provide information.
And generally, along with that, if it's within the household, depending on the felony and all that, some are restricted to even have one in the household, not even own one. So keep that in mind as well.
Yeah, or to be honest, even going into a gun shop.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Well, since that call was a little short, and I know we have Mark on there, got a question online. It was concerning, you have to get they're wondering if purchasing a gun at the auction is exactly the same as purchasing a gun in store, as in you need your FSC, correct?
Yes.
So you'll need proper forms of identification, including your firearm safety certificate, which the test can be taken in store. So yeah, including if you purchasing a pistol, you'll need 2 forms: your ID, either a passport or your.
Well, what you need if you're buying a handgun, this is what you need. You need your driver's license. If your driver's license has an incorrect address, then you'll need 2 other forms. One of them will have to be from the DMV. So a car registration with your new address on it. If your address is correct and it says federal limits apply in the upper right-hand corner, then you'll need your driver's license, and you'll need a second proof of residency, and you'll need a birth certificate or passport. Okay, and
make it easy. Get the real ID.
Yeah,
you're going to need it for just about everything.
If you've got the real ID, then you just need that and a second proof of residency. All handguns have to have a second proof of residency. All handguns you have to purchase on day of pickup a stupid gun lock. They cost me $5.40, and we sell them for $6.
Come on.
So yeah, it's not like we're making any money on it. But what happens? People always come in and they come in with a lock. Well, I already got a lock. I don't care.
Yeah, because it doesn't.
That's not what the law says anymore.
Not up to us.
Once upon a time, that was fine and dandy. We just get you to sign that you bought it, but not anymore.
What about firearms that come with a lock in the packaging?
Then we can put it as OEM, and that's a different story. But so many of the firearms that we get these days, we had a guy come in this week, guys. He had an 1888 Colt single action, factory engraved.
Hello.
With letter. Yeah, this thing was factory engraved. It went to Texas. The story he had was they believe it was a Texas Rangers firearm. It was a factory nickel. It had beautiful mother of pearl grips, and it had the steer's head on one side. But not ivory, but the real mother of pearl. And he had the original holster, and he had pictures of the guy, and he said that he had tried several times to get a hold of the Texas Rangers to find out if this was true or not, and they weren't much help. And I said, sir, that's where we come in. This is what we do. Yeah. And he said, well, what do you mean? I said, I have some of my describer guys are actual members of the Texas Rangers Association. And he's like, no kidding. And he goes, what do you think, price-wise? I said, this is $10,000 to $20,000 would be a start.
Right.
because this is, again, factory engraved and lettered to be factory.
And lettered,
I
no
saw
less.
it right on the letter, factory engraved. And I mean, this thing, I'm holding this cool piece of history.
A little shiver going up and down your spine. This is American history.
It really is. And he was like, oh, I'd never want to shoot it. And I said, well, here's the thing. Because of the condition of the nickel plating, it is becoming brittle. So I wouldn't shoot it either because pieces will come off as you shoot it. But if it wasn't for that, I'd shoot this thing. That's what it was made for, man. I'd take it out and run some real light 45 Colt through it.
Hey, just to try it out.
Absolutely, that would be a blast. No pun intended. But this is some of the kind of stuff that we get in. In fact, I've got our flyer here. I don't know. Did you guys get this in the mail? This is our big old 8-panel flyer.
Some highlights.
Yeah, some of the stuff. We've got. Get this. We've got a 1903 Sporter, which on the norm you would say it's just a Sporter, but made by Griffin and Howe.
One of the premier firearms makers.
Yeah. Some of the other stuff. We've got a Colt U.S. property marked and British British-proofed 1903 pistol with a copy of John Brenner's U.S. property Colt pocket automatics comes with it. We've got this one is really cool. It's a Ice House manufacturer IHM SG-43S. This was once upon a time a full-on machine gun.
Ooh!
It's been altered into semi-automatic, and because of the butterfly handle, it's considered an other.
Oh, not even falling into a category.
No, so this is not a so-called assault weapon. Remember, assault is an action, not a firearm. But so this is perfectly
Caliber?
legal.
How cool!
7.62 by 54.
So you can buy that stuff. A single shot. I saw that thing and I was immediately drawn to it.
Come on.
Well, it's my enemy at the gates stuff.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And we've got a couple of Accuracy International. In 338 Lapua, we've got one in 308, I believe. The one that I've been talking about, it's a KDEX, and the model is CDX 40 Shadow Precision Bolt Action Rifle in 375 SHATAC with extras. This comes with a U.S. optic scope. Oh, you want to shoot 2 miles? This is your career.
That'll get you there.
Yeah,
that's not an overstatement.
No, and not only does this come with a bunch of extra ammo, the lay down bag, so you can lay down on top of it to shoot it prone.
Have a good shooting mat.
It comes with the bipod, and it comes with the Dillon Big Boy Reloader with dies.
You're covered literally on the ground and in the home. Come on.
It's a couple of hundred rounds. These rounds go for $15 a piece.
Come on.
And there's a couple of hundred of them.
But if you wanted to get into the field of long-range precision shooting, what you have here is the finest starter kit money can buy.
Folks, that's just a taste of everything we have in there. Again, if you want to see any of these, if they perked your ears up at all, and you want to see them before the auction, come down to the auction house or in Orange and check them out firsthand. You can see some of this history, some of this other. You can see it all, folks. And get in, get your bring your bib.
Two Colt Ace, pre-war Colt Aces, both of them with Colt letters. One's from 1934.
Wow, I didn't realize they had made that far back.
Yeah, and one...
What is the Colt Ace?
Oh, a Colt Ace is a 1911, thank you, is a 1911 in 22 cal. Ooh. And it's not a conversion. Yeah. This was made in 22. The other one is lettered to the U.S. Coast Guard. Interestingly enough, yeah.
It must have been a training firearm.
Yeah, we've got a Colt double diamond set. This is a boxed set of Colts. Both of them, they're numbered together, and it's such an odd pairing.
We were having some fun with this. Yeah. What's the pairing?
There is a Colt officer's model semi-auto and a Colt Python.
Now, Colt Python, that's a 6-inch barrel, if I recall from the picture.
6-inch.
So that's a big service pistol. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's the officer's model?
The subcompact 1911.
Odd couple.
Yeah,
hello.
I mean, very strange pairing, this pair.
But numbered together.
Numbered together with, I believe, hang tags, the presentation box, both of them unfired. Absolutely gorgeous. It's just really, really cool. We'll get into some more of the stuff, but let's get to Mark out in Woodland Hills. How are you, Mark?
Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Mark. Fine, strong name.
I know that we're all distressed about what happened in Minnesota this week.
Yeah, of course.
And I'd like to put it in context with 2 quotes. The Bolsheviks always say, the issue is never the issue. The issue is always the revolution. And our own philosopher, Andrew Breitbart, God bless him, said politics is downstream from culture. And this is what they're doing. The anti-Second Amendment leftist media is framing the narrative of mass shootings that are done by the mentally ill, so-called transsexuals. They're really just, transvestites, and who the psychiatrists are prescribing these deadly SSRIs, even to kids. And this medication is being deduced in studies that it's the real cause of their instability.
We encourage people to deep dive into the background of this because this was obviously a very troubled individual. And anyone who thinks that the firearm is to blame, who says, I know what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go murder children that are in school or in church.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Well, and the left, of course, mocking prayer, and these people have
Despicable.
lost. They're evil and have completely lost their way.
Sick people.
Anyway, Mark, we're coming up on a hard break. I didn't mean to cut
Thank
you
you,
off,
sir.
but we'll
Good
talk
point.
to you again.
God bless you, Mike.
Cheers.
Thanks, you too. Take care. All right.
He's right.
Yeah, it's
right. And
it's always an awful thing when there's any kind of a shooting, but this one is extra bad. An 8 and a 10-year-old, but
And the tortured individual that engaged in it. And
and of course they're calling for the banning of so-called assault weapons, and the guy didn't even use one.
Yeah.
So
Don't confuse me with facts.
Yeah,
I'm pushing a narrative.
It's never about facts. It's just like you said. It's always about hey, let's use this to take things away.
Yeah.
Guys, think about this really quick. Look what they're doing to us now with the taxes and the burning our cities down and all the horrible things that they're doing to us. And we're armed. Can you imagine what they'll do to us when we're not?
Come on.
Scotland, Ireland, France, England.
I mean, England is now, taking away knives from people.
You followed the story of the girl in Dundee, Scotland?
No, but we'll do it when we get back in our second
Power
packed hour. Quick, what's the number, Jimmy?
866-870-5752.
We'll be right back.
Yeah. Speaking of the little girl with the bat and the axe.
What's that?
It is very important to watch how the British press especially is making war on the people that are repeating this horrific story. Okay. Why do we have government? To provide for the security, to make sure the trains run on time, the post offices run on time, people are secure in their beds. And the whole idea of the social contract, political scientist me for a moment, the whole idea of the social contract is that we give up a certain amount of our liberty, we give up taxes, and we create order, and the government's job is to protect and preserve that order. Okay. Girl is walking with her 12-year-old sister, 14-year-old girl walking with her 12-year-old sister, when they are set upon by some immigrants in Dundee, Scotland. Now, you're going to have a tough time to find this video at this point in time because it is being pulled down all over the place. But this goes on. We catch the last half of a thing that is going on, but the guy is literally hands-on one of the girls. Okay, and this is definitely a heavily foreign accent, and it's not a Scottish accent. And she says, get away, get away, get away. For God's sake, this girl is 12 years old. Now, at this point, why would somebody do that? You know it's taking place with the rape gangs and the grooming gangs and things all over Europe at this point in time. So where are the people that are supposed to protect these girls, 12 and 14? Where are those people? Why does the girl feel the need to do the thing that happens next? This guy goads her and goads her and goads her, and she warns them, I'm armed. And she produces a knife and a hatchet.
That's what it is, yeah.
Now, the police come, and they arrest her. And if I'm lying, I'm dying about this. The press has gone to war because the press is in the pocket of the political authorities, the political powers that be. The press has gone to war on anybody. They're arresting people for repeating the story now.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
They're closing in on, if you're doing prayer, it could be anti.
Oh, you're going to jail for praying.
Yeah, they're banning prayer. They are doing nothing about their immigration kind of build up where it's literally harming. It's been like this for a few years now, harming children by the types of people that they're allowing in.
So this is where this is going now. But again, they're arresting people for defending themselves because and that's the real picture there. Because they're not doing it. Why would this girl feel the need to go armed?
And I saw a great. I think Daryl might put it up online. I'm not mad that the girl had a knife and a hatchet. I'm more mad that she didn't have a pistol on her, because and this is what's happening throughout. It is a literal fire that no one cares to put out. That these little girls are put in so much danger, walking around the streets of their homes, and people are okay with it because they're so obligated to pacify these immigrants that are coming in and don't care for your land or your beliefs or your history, that they want to encroach and make their own and have the life that they think they deserve, where their laws and rules are something beyond. Like, it's sad. You can't believe in the respect and the rights of one when you carry your own type of
Sweden is the rape capital of Western Hemisphere. Sweden.
Sweden. Neutral.
I was there 10 years ago. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
You walk down the streets at midnight.
It was. There's a few places in Europe that are still holding ground. I think Poland is one of them right now. But there's so many people and so many lands right now that are just on fire right now, and their mindset is apathy.
1683, the Siege of Vienna is one of the epic battles of all history. It's an absolutely great story. There have been a couple of movies made about it, but the really, really good one still needs to be made. 1683, Austria held the world against the Muslim invasion. It was the last fortified city before Paris. Europe would have fallen to the Ottoman Empire, okay, if it wasn't for the Siege of Vienna. At this point in time, 50% of the students in Viennese schools are Muslim.
Remember, the Crusades weren't put out because that they needed to run. It was a defense mechanism against the encroaching. So remember that, folks. It's sometimes you need to defend in the hardest and highest way to make sure that people are stayed safe. And God bless those countries that are going through this right now, and hopefully you guys stand up for both your lifestyles and religion, and remember that.
Again, if it doesn't matter, that's fine. But if it does matter.
But yeah, so sorry about that, guys. My heart goes out to those places right now, and yeah, it's real sad. Yeah, Mr. Enigma, he sure did. Held him down, told him to read when he couldn't read or recite. And if that's not something, then I don't know what else.
Ooh, Robert wants to know, is anyone going dove hunting tomorrow? Hey, pile in if you are. Weather's going to be warm.
Moving forward using all my breath. Making love to you was never second best. And our world crashing all around your face. Never really knowing it was always mission lace. I'll stop the world and melt with you. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslingers Syndicated Radio Network, baby.
And this is our second
power
packed hour. That means it's phone calls time. Jimmy, what's that number?
Call in now, 866-870-5752. Once again, 866-870-5752.
Now, I know this is a holiday weekend, so not everybody's at home.
No.
But call us anyway. You can be on the road and give us a call.
There you go.
Before we get to that, let me get back to the catalog because there's a few things that I didn't get to. Okay. Now, there's a lot of these 2011s, and what these are, they're 1911s, but they've got a double stack mag, and they're mostly in 9mm. Now, we've got two in this. One is a Nighthawk Custom model Trooper 9mm stainless steel, absolutely gorgeous. This thing, oh man!
Nighthawk is a custom maker.
Yeah.
Make fine guns, whatever they're making.
Yeah.
But a double stack.
If you were
2011,
if you were to find this on any of the what do you call it? Calguns.net in the for sale section, you're looking at $5,000 plus.
Come on.
Okay. And now there's a new guy out there that everybody is raving about. I mean, this gun is so popular right now. And they're saying it's better than Staccato, it's better than Nighthawk, it's better than Wilson. And that is the Atlas Gunworks. And their model NYX 9mm. We got one.
You got one.
We got one. It's got the hologun, or what's the little red dot on the top, the one that picks up the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that.
Oh, the
on
Hollow
it.
Sun
Yeah,
sights with
yeah,
the,
that's
with
it.
the
Hollow
solar
Sun.
panels. Yeah, those are
got
kind of
that on
cool.
it. They are cool. I've got them on a couple of guns, but
I'm an iron sight guy.
Yeah, always have been. But we've got one of those, and oh man, you guys are so lucky I don't bid at my own auction.
And folks, you can hear it right now. The swath of firearms in 750 plus.
750.
And you can hear everything we're touching on right now. There's a lot of bit of everything in these things. So you're going to find something you like.
I mean, there's Garands, there's carbines, there's 1911s. We've been talking about this before. The U.S. Historical engraved silver and gold single-action Army Colt in .45 Roy Rogers King of the Cowboys commemorative. Now, we had one of these.
I remember.
Yep, a few years back, and it went for $22,500.
One of the most enjoyable auctions of any kind that I have ever seen. Tell them why, Johnny.
Well, we had a lot of stuff from the Happy Trail Children's Foundation in that particular auction, and they had brought some of their folks with them, and those guys are bidding fools.
And they got into it. And this is one of the things that you can go for the entertainment. You might find a firearm, you might enjoy the museum, but there were a couple of guys that wanted that gun.
Oh man. And sometimes ego gets involved, and
it was also it was for a good cause.
Yeah,
which doesn't hurt a thing.
No, and God forbid one or two of them had been drinking a little bit.
A little fuel to the fire,
Yeah, and then the ego gets in the way, and it's like, oh yeah, watch this, and then their hand goes up, oh yeah, watch this, and it just bounced back and forth. And I mean,
love it.
The entire place was cheering them on as well.
Yeah.
It was really high entertainment.
It was a lot of fun, and we want to thank them both. In fact, I called both of them to let them know that we have another one. We'd surely like to have you guys back.
Yeah,
dust the seat off for you here.
Put a reserve on there for you.
Right in the front row. So, anyway, a couple of other highlights. We've got a military-proof Colt 1938 Detective Special. Very rare. Yeah, military-proof. We've got the Polish Radom. This is the Polish Radom P35, I think it's called. Yeah, P35.
Highly regarded semi-automatic.
Supposed to be one of the finest 9mm ever made. This one is Nazi-proof. It does have the 3-lever and the slot for the stock. We've got a engraved Belgian Browning Diana grade, superposed. Yeah, I mean, you talk about art. That thing is absolutely gorgeous.
Bob online says, don't forget, there's only 4 months till Christmas.
Yeah.
That's it.
Don't wait too long. Don't wait for December.
Don't wait too long.
Yeah, and of course, like I said, we've got lots of 1911s and single action armies. We've got some pre 98 stuff, early first gens. Lots of stuff, guys. So go to gunslingerauctions.com, and there it is on the screen right there. You can just go to either one, high bid or proxy bid. Proxy bid's a little easier to read of the two. So I'd go there to check it out and then bid where you want to bid.
And if there's something certain you're looking for, there is a search engine in there, so you can go ahead and put it in if you're looking for a 1911, look for a certain caliber. As well, I got a question about the Atlas. California compliant, California eligible.
It's not California compliant, but it's in on consignment, so you can buy it in California because it's
own it legally.
Yeah, it's a private party transfer. That means that it's exempt from the drop test, so it is perfectly legal for a Californian to buy it. You just have to do paperwork with us. We can't ship it to Northern Cal.
I know we're probably getting to another phone call. We'll go into that one, but I do have another question about coding from online from Mr. Enigma. So maybe after the next phone call, we'll drop it in.
Okay, let's get to Larry in San Diego. Larry, thanks for waiting so long. What can we do for you, sir?
Yes, sir. It's probably a simple question, but 53 years ago, my wife purchased a 870 Remington wing nest.
Nice gun.
And it's in just pristine shape. And that thing has plunked many a dove and many a quail over the years. It's too damn hot for me to go down there anymore. I'm too old for that crap. Where do I mean, everybody knows the sheriff says anything unwanted weapons in for a gift card. This thing is too pretty, guys.
Oh, God, yes.
Its varnish is still good on the pump, and even the stock. It's gorgeous. And I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. I'm sure this thing is worth some kind of money.
Well, sure. Okay, your
do
phone.
I take it to a gun shop and see what they say, or what?
That would be my first thing to do. Now, understand that a gun shop, if they're going to buy it from you, they're going to have to buy it at a price so that they can make money on it. And of course, in California, when you bring a gun into a gun store, they have to sit on it for 30 days before they can even put it out for sale. So,
this is an old grandfather thing. It's never been registered. So. I mean, it's an oldie but a goodie, and who knows how long the other guy had it prior to it.
Right. Well,
and,
they started making that gun in the 50s, so.
I'm sorry?
They started making the 870 in the 50s.
Well, I'm sure probably not that old, but I hate to get rid of it. It's beautiful, but I have to because I just can't.
Understood.
The heat out there anymore.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you can go through your. I guess we don't have yellow pages anymore, but you can look for a gun shop close to you.
Just to bring this up, I did go to. We have Discount Guns down here in San Diego, and I saw a couple of 870s that were sitting on their rack. $700.
Wow.
It must have been new model SPs or something like that. But a good gun like that, and it's probably going to have good wood on it, right? A good gun like that's
solid wood.
That'll have some cachet.
I'm sorry?
That'll have some cachet. Somebody wants that gun.
Oh, yeah.
And typically, I see these gift cards that they're giving out are like for $25 or $50 or a pair of tennis shoes or something.
Take it to a gun shop.
Take it to a gun shop. Take it to Jeff's.
He's in San Diego. That's a long drive for just one firearm. But I would recommend take it to a shop and get it sold. All you'll need to do is bring your driver's license. They'll have to show where the gun came from, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. You can't put it in the classified ads anymore. So you pretty much only thing you could do, and you can't just sell it to the guy by handing it to him. You have to do paperwork on it regardless. So just take it to a gun shop and see what kind of an offer you get for it.
Well, you know what? I appreciate you guys' advice. I hate to get rid of it, but it's been a goodie.
All right,
understood.
So,
Larry, thanks for the call.
Larry.
Take care now.
Bless you.
That would be the good and responsible thing to do.
Yeah, and again, we get this all the time, guys. You can't, and this is California. You can't just sell a gun to your neighbor or your cousin or your aunt, your uncle, or your guy down the street. Yeah, and if he's a cop, that doesn't matter either.
Nope.
So you make sure you do your paperwork. You got to take it to a gun store and do a private party transfer, or take it to a gun store and get it sold. Yep. Preferably Gunslingers.
Hey, come on.
All right, you're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we'll be back right after this.
Let's go.
But I never knew.
Hey, your helps.
Last time I saw him, I told you, we spent that entire show waiting to see when they get to take it to the limit. Is anybody doing that high note? And Nobody did.
They do it like 36 keys lower now, don't they?
Isn't everything down like a major third? At least?
Yeah.
I'm a stranger to that myself.
All alone at the end.
Thank you, Josh Groban.
This sounds different from the album. What's going on?
Radio guy says, hey, hey, hey. So I think he's calling out to you that you're a horseman. Because it does say, hey,
Ricky.
hey.
Oh. With an A or an E?
With an E.
Hey, good night, Mr. Riley over at Ojai. Go ahead. Always great to have you in.
Huge oxen. Keep your eye on the road, your hands up on the wheel. Keep your eye on the road, your hands up on the wheel. We're going to the roadhouse, gonna have a real good time. Welcome back, everybody. That's what we're doing. We're having a good time.
Yeah, that's what we do here, folks.
And I can absolutely guarantee you, I've sang that song more than the Doors ever
I
did.
guarantee you.
Every night for 1,000 years, I think.
Yeah, you had a longer career.
Yes.
Yeah, we closed with that song every night. Welcome back to Gunslingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And you know, we didn't have this problem last week. I know it's a holiday weekend, but we got a couple of lines open. What's the number, Jim?
You guys call in 866-870-5752. Once again, that's 866-870-5752. But like I said online, Mr. Enigma has a bolt carrier group, a BCG, that he's going to be receiving. And he's talking about what kind of finish. He's thinking about black nitrite. And he's wondering if we could bring up finishes and coatings on, and see if we can bounce that around a little bit.
What do you like? Do you like the black? There's so much high technology, so many things like bonded coatings, which the coating itself is very, very tough. It's much more lubricious. I love the word than old metal and oil. So these things will last a good long time. I like the idea of testing a bolt to see how many thousands and thousands. Isn't it wonderful to have a rifle that you have to replace the barrel on?
Well, yeah.
Seriously, when you've shot, what do they
say?
say? The old saying is, beware the guy with one gun, because he probably knows how to use it, right?
Yeah, fair enough. Well, and as far as color, I'm kind of a basic black guy, and again. Okay, I'm going to piss a few people off here, but I'm not a big fan of the AKs and the ARs. ARs to me, you remember when we were kids and you could, hamsters were the rage, right? And you could get this thing called the Habit Trail.
Yes.
And, you could buy the basic cage, and then you could get a little tube that would go off of here, and then you could get a wheel that would sit over here, and then you could get a thing that could go over here, and then you got a thing that came off of the thing that came off of the thing
Make
that
a
went
whole
around in a circle that
world.
went up and down with a dog in the head that goes around and everything else. And it's like, that's an AR to me.
You can dump an awful lot of money into an AR.
And you could do every bit as much good with a Ruger Mini 14 boat stock out of the box.
And it comes down to preference and all that. Some people like a little more bells and whistles, maybe a little flame.
I do like
ghost flames.
Radon.
We had the earlier call. We had Richard asking about free floated barrel. I do love a free floated barrel. I don't have a problem with an AR that I can hit something at 600 yards.
I don't either. Right? But there's lots of other guns I could do that with too.
A nice Geissele trigger. Come on, that clean. That's the boogie trigger for an AR, and I don't mind a little bit of bling. So what's wrong if I've got a red trigger?
As I said, nothing
like your little your Atlas here with the blue base pads and the blue flat trigger.
Nothing wrong with it, just not my cup of tea. You know what? I mean, if you hold that up, and then you hold up an original 1873, I'm going to go right to the 73. It's kind of like, okay, so you've got a 1951 Mercury Monterey, and you've got a 1984 K car.
So if you started replacing parts on the K car,
you'd still
have a John. Bloody hell. Okay. Poor analogy on my part.
Yeah, it's just again, I do shoot them. I have no problem with them. I have had lots of fun shooting an AR. It's just not my cup of tea. They just don't do anything for me. Or a Garand, it says World War II. It says G.I. Joe. It says it's just a romantic piece of wood and iron.
No question about it.
And an AR is an AR.
Is there? Here's a little bit of a side question on that. Is there a preferred coating or finish you like on there? Like
we did wander.
Yeah. For
what
like,
else is new?
Like
Shut up.
when I see something blued, like with really good bluing on there and all that, it's always something that kind of pops out at you and all that. So clean and so got a bit of a gloss and all that on there. But do you guys find anything that kind of catches you, or you'd like to see another firearm in that kind of finish? People are going to Cerakote all the time right now, and
I'm not a fan of the Cerakote because it always looks a little sprayed onto me. But titanium nitride, that's really good. I have that on the bolt of my competition AR-15, and honestly, I'm not seeing anywhere. And I've got several thousand rounds through that thing. So if the finish is to like the Tenefer finishes or the Nitron finishes, I'm a big fan of something that really, really does wear well. That's just simple and practical. As to do I have a favorite? Give me a good finish, a good hard finish, a diamond coat finish on a high wear item. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Whereas give me a case colored anything.
Give me a case colored, right? Yeah, good.
I've seen a case colored AR, so.
So have I, by the way, and I've also seen a wood stocked one, which is kind of a weird combination, and it didn't work for me. But is there anything prettier than a single action Colt with charcoal bluing?
No.
Isn't that absolutely spectacularly gorgeous?
Yeah. Yep.
How long does that finish last?
About 6.5 minutes.
The first time you put it in a holster and take it back.
Yeah, if you're holding it in hand for too long, all of a sudden you
So
lost
utility meet beauty.
Let's get to Sean over in Covina. Sean, what can we do for you, sir?
Greetings to the three amigos of the 2A, and I want to, of course, give you a happy belated birthday. I know it was on Wednesday or was it Tuesday?
Last week.
Yeah, it was last week something.
Happy birthday.
Last week something. Well, happy belated birthday.
You, sir.
And I want to say that your show last week knocked it out of the ballpark again. You're just getting better and better shows with you and your team, and congratulations on that.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you, sir.
Now, I'm going to give you some bad news. I want you to sit down and Mark and Jimmy be able to comfort Jeff with his bad news.
Okay.
I have found out this is the bad news. Our beloved Smith & Wesson Model 41 is ending its production run this year of 2025.
No
This is
kidding.
the last year of its manufacture.
That's a shame.
I'm fanning him now.
And
You've only got 11.
Make sure he's okay. Give him a glass of water or something.
He's a sensitive fella.
Yeah.
Yes, and my friend who loves him so much, he only has 26, and he needs 15 more so he can have 41.
41s, I see.
Yeah, he probably has actually 27, but I think one of them fell between one of his M1s and his M1A. Anyway, by the way, your wife called and said you can buy another 41 in this year manufacture.
Hey,
all right, son. Well, she's listening to the show, so okay.
Have you just been outed?
I don't know. All right, hey, Sean. As always, thanks for the call. And it's a bummer about the Model 41. It's by far and away my favorite gun, but
you have to buy the last production. You have the first, and you need the last. It came out in production in '57. They said we got to get it out in '57 because in 3 years Jeff will be born. And we have to have it ready for him.
Well, and good on him for doing that.
Well played, Sean.
All right, Sean. Thanks as always. Talk to you later.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Front end, back end. Got to close it out, right?
Let's get to our friend Mike in El Segundo. How are you, Mike?
Doing great, thank you. Thanks for your wonderful show. I always enjoy listening to it. I learn things, and it's just really entertaining as well. So you guys are fantastic.
Thank you.
Several things I'd like to talk about. Number one, Jeff, I really have to commend you for saying today, and you've said a few other times in the past, that when you look at how badly the Democrats are treating us and violating our rights and freedom when we're armed, imagine how bad it will be if they can disarm us once we're no longer armed. And that for me is really kind of an epiphany, although it seems like it should be obvious. When you said that, it kind of really struck me that you're not only are you absolutely right, everyone needs to hear this. So if you don't mind, if you can bring that up every show, that would be fantastic. Just drive it home every time, because that is a really compelling point. It's really important.
Yeah.
So if you could do that, I'd really appreciate that. I think it would be worthwhile.
Do what I can for you, Mike.
Great. Now, another point I want to make is that, before I get to my main point, is that gun control is not about crime. It's not about criminals, other than converting ordinary law-abiding gun owners, Republicans, conservatives, people who want to protect our freedom and Constitution, into criminals. But the real true purpose of gun control is to allow the Democrats to do what Adolf Hitler did, what the communist dictators and mass murderers did, which is to disarm the people so they could have total unlimited power without any resistance, without any opposition, to the point that they can round up people by the hundreds of thousands, even by the millions, and get rid of them, exterminate them.
Absolutely.
And so they could suppress all dissent, so they can eliminate all competing political parties in opposition. And the Democrat Party has evolved. They've transitioned. They've transitioned from the party of slavery, the party of Jim Crow and the Black Codes, the party that under FDR sent Jews escaping the Holocaust back to the Holocaust, would not let them come off the ship onto American soil. And they transitioned to the party that's a hardcore communist Marxist party, that they want to accumulate total unlimited power so that they can bring back the Democrat Party institution of slavery for everyone and use that power to steal everything from everyone. They don't want to work and create things like the rest of us do for a living and to have nice things. They want to steal it from everyone else.
Yep.
So everyone out there, including all three of you who are defending gun rights, Second Amendment rights, and the Constitution, you're really defending a lot more than our individual right to self-protection and our right to enjoy firearms and collect them and use them and shoot them. You're actually protecting our entire future of our country, because the real agenda here is to destroy everything the Founding Fathers created, just completely destroy it and replace it with a very horrible, tyrannical communist dictatorship. And people can vote their freedom away, but they cannot vote it back again. The problem is when they vote their freedom away, they're also voting our freedom away.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mike, we're coming up on a break at the bottom of the hour. We got to go, but as always, go ahead real quick.
Okay, I just want to mention that there will probably be a special election on November the 4th this year, unless lawsuits can stop it, and that will be for Proposition 50, where the Democrats are doing a huge power grab. It's amending our Constitution, it's changing our election laws in a very horrific way, and they're taking an already extreme gerrymander where the election results are already rigged before the first ballot is cast, and make it even more extreme. So I believe the correct vote on that is a no vote, but also
that is correct.
Actual wording. But everyone needs to be aware that everyone absolutely must vote. Get out and vote early, actually, is better. And again, I have to call you back, and once I find out, I believe the correct vote is no, but we absolutely do not want this power grab to take place. And they're lying. They're claiming that this will create fair elections in all 50 states. It's a total lie.
Mike, we got to go. We'll talk to you again.
Okay, thank you, Mike. God bless you.
Okay, we're listening to Gunslinger right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
We'll be right back.
Everyone, the ballot came out today, so check it out. Make sure we're all voting. This is a community that is strong when we work together in the right direction. So remember,
if it goes to ballot, we can't sit this one out.
Nope.
Show up and vote. They're counting on you staying home.
Mother.
And I just
bounced off the rim.
If I just posted it up in the comments, make sure
you cleaned up your backboard. You're good.
You guys hit that like button. Just get it on out. We got a ton of y'all watching right now. Always appreciate it. And hit that little arrow. Go ahead and share it out. You don't have to put anything extra on it. Just that you enjoy to watch and put it out there for more to see.
We got Paul in Playa del Rey wants to talk about iron sights. Ricky in 29 Palms wants to talk about rifle finish. We got a couple coming in, so.
The comments, you guys, we love the online community. You guys are more fun than we have time to get to.
The best.
We love it, each and every one of you, each for your own reasons. Something to answer on the air. Jeff, try decaf. Hey, listen, he was working with the time constraint. He snuck it in, man. You got him under the wire.
And Mike tends to run it right to the ragged edge, so I had to kind of squeeze that in before we went to commercial.
I like what Kirk says here. Be sure to tell a friend. Use the buddy system when you vote.
Yeah.
If you go vote, take a friend.
Yeah.
Can't sit in with that one. I like that. I really, really like that idea.
Never vote alone.
Let's get together, go have a cheeseburger, and then go vote. Something like that. I like that.
And come see us at the Highway 39 Event Center Wednesday, September 3rd, 6 p.m. Whiskey and War Stories.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, should be fun.
Question to answer on the air. This one came to me over the interweb. Do all the guns in the auction have the 11% tax, even if they're going out of state?
No, out of state.
Out of state purchases or not? So
Yeah.
let's throw that one out because that's a good question.
Paul's been waiting a long time. We'll get to him as soon as we get back.
Yep. This is it's going around, man. I don't think Jeff does decaf. It's all high octane.
All octane.
Well played, Mr. E.
Decaf is like hugging someone's grandma? Okay.
Ew. Not sure I know where that's going, but...
When you walk through a storm, you never walk alone. That's right. Thank you, Melissa. Always good to have you here.
Oh, there we go.
Wow, already.
I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get
no
satisfaction, but I try, and I try, and I try, and I try. I can't get no. Coming at you right here on KRLA, the number one song of 1965, the Rolling Stones. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
Every once in a while, old Wolfman pops up.
Oh, baby.
There you go. And speaking of, let's get to Paul in Playa del Rey. Paul, thanks for holding on. What can we do for you, sir?
Evening, Paul.
Well, first, amen to everything Mike from El Segundo was saying.
Absolutely.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. I heard you talking about iron sights, and I wonder if you'd heard of the Finnish sniper, Simo
Haija, yes.
Who had 542 kills with iron sights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've brought him up a few times on this show.
He's the
oh, you have?
The White Death. And he used iron sights for an interesting reason. Do you know why?
Yes, because he didn't want the glint of the optical scope.
Coupled with the fact that it raised his head higher off the, barrel and made him a larger target. By the way, in addition to that, and we're talking about a pretty gruesome topic, but in addition to that, that tally, which is the highest known count in the history of history, he also used a submachine gun as a PD, as a personal weapon, and added to that already impressive tally, so that you understand this guy. And he was the David Eckstein or the Corbin Carroll of the Finnish army. This guy was not a big fearsome guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he, by the way, was fighting for the freedom of his country against an invasion.
Yes, a perfect example of what Mike was talking about.
Yep.
Good point.
Yep, very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, I just thought I'd mention it. Yeah.
Well, appreciate
Paul.
it. Paul, thanks for the call. We'll talk to you again.
A good
bless
movie.
you,
All right.
A good movie needs to be made about this fella, and there may be something finished. They've made a couple of movies about the Talvisota or the Winter War. If you have seen the movie, and if you haven't, it's great gum chewing, popcorn swallowing fun. If you have not seen the movie Sisu yet, I cannot recommend this highly enough, and you should know a sequel has been filmed.
Oh, good.
Okay, first off, I can't get past the popcorn and gum at the same time thing.
Okay, chew them separately.
That's happened to me, damn it, and it was not popular.
What to do?
I just had this big wad of popcorn. It was like, kind of like a road in my mouth.
I'm just chewing on gravel over here.
What the hell's going on?
Now that you put them in my head, that really is kind of nasty. Okay, I would like to rescind the first part of that statement. But the movie Sisu, it's great fun. It's about a Finnish commando at the end of the Second World War.
Intense. I love it.
Very cool. All right. Let's get to Ricky out in 29 Palms. Rick, what can we do for you?
Hey, Ricky.
Hey, Jimmy, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, brother.
How you doing?
Good. Doing real good. What's going on tonight?
All right. So have you guys heard about this issue that the Army is having now with their new M17 and 18 service pistol?
Hot on the heels of that story, you should understand several competitive organizations have banned that pistol from competition. This is the SIG 320, which has had some inadvertent discharges.
Yes.
Now, so that you understand it, and in fact, my home club has said you have to sign a waiver if you're going to use that pistol at the range.
Interesting.
Okay, now, the Air Force, because this is a still evolving story, the Air Force had a case that they just settled and determined that the person who had brought the suit had, in fact, lied.
Oops.
Oh, no.
And had in fact misused the pistol, and so they're going back and they've gone through all the pistols, replaced some parts, and they're reissuing the pistol for whatever that's worth. So it's a still evolving story.
Okay, so there's no definite.
That's very interesting.
That is darn. That adds another voice to the clamor, doesn't it?
It does. It adds a lot because in all my years of being in the service and out of the service, I don't recall a time where I've inadvertently, like, how many cops have dropped a pistol before in some sort of like chase or and it doesn't go off?
Yeah.
Like I don't get it.
So that's an anomaly, and there might be some answers coming through after.
If there was really a problem with the pistol, that is problematic because, again, they spent millions of dollars studying. This was the most studied firearm in the history of firearms, right? Which makes you wonder how many senators on the Appropriations Committee have new homes in the Hamptons or something like. Honestly, but this is real cause for concern because you want to be issuing the best and safest weapons to your troops. But then to find out, again, the Air Force cleared the gun. So, you can hunt that down.
Yeah.
And then again, the government usually tends to give us what's cheapest.
Yeah, well, you never forget your firearm. Your equipment was made by the lowest bidder, right?
So there's that. DuPont ammo. Need I say more?
That's a long story and a good one. But the good news is that the SIG 320s, the competition series, the floor has fallen out of the purchase price of that firearm because there is great and legitimate concern for this, and it's looking good enough that I might buy one.
Well, there you
That's
go.
a good looking pistol.
Anyway, Ricky, that do it for you?
That does it, guys. You guys have a great night.
Very good. Thank you,
Good to hear
sir.
from you, Ricky.
Bye-bye. Okay, now you asked. We had a question about 11%.
Yes, the question was asked by Joanne. Do all guns in the auction have the 11% tax, even if they are going out of state?
Okay, and that would be a big fat no. Anything out of state, you have your own taxes, but you will not be subjected to California 11%. In fact, police officers, retired police officers, and anything that's pre-98 or non-firearm, because we do get art and jewelry and stuff like that. None of that, of course, would
Not
have
subject to the tax.
Yeah, and anything made prior to 1898, of course, is no longer considered a firearm by ATF. So therefore, the 11% does not add to that either. So, and we do get considerable effect on the flyer alone. We've got several 1873s and an 1876, and they're all just absolutely gorgeous.
These are all so they're not going to be taxed at the same rate.
They will not be taxed. The 11%, of course, the regular sales tax is another story, but
even that's annoying.
Death and tax is the only two things that are for
How
sure.
are we set for phone calls here? Because I've got a story I want to tell if we have the minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, I had a fun chat with a French wild bunch shooter. You got to love the internet. A female French wild bunch shooter who just, by the way, won the ladies' traditional French championship.
Congratulations.
Talking about trying to get their hands on how difficult is it to find a good running 1897 at this point in time?
Not easy.
Nobody's making them anymore.
No.
They stopped making that gun, and help me out, 56-ish.
Yeah, 1956.
And
the Winchester version.
The Winchester version of it, and then they made a couple thousand Chinese imports, but nobody's doing that anymore. And some of those were pretty rugged. So how easy can you imagine trying to find a Winchester model 1897 in Europe?
No.
Can you imagine? Now, so my follow-up to that was, and of course the Model 1897 or the Model 12 pump gun, which superseded it. How difficult is it, because you sell all over the world, how difficult is it to get a firearm to another country? Depending, obviously, on the country.
Well, you have to have an exporter's license, and I don't have one. So we do take bids, because we do sell all over Europe. But here's how I work it. They have to find a FFL, a Federal Firearms Licensee, in the United States that has an export license. We will send it to them.
Yes.
They send it out of country. Because first off, the shipping
is
astronomical.
Yes.
We sent one gun one time. It was a 1870, the very first Mauser single shot bolt action 45. It's like 11 by 87 or something.
I think that's right.
Yeah, it's a huge gun, and we sent that to the Netherlands because, again, this is a pre-98. It's not considered a firearm, and we sent it, and we had to airmail it, and sending that through, I think, the Brown guys. It was like $410. This guy flipped his lid. It was more to ship it than what he paid for the gun.
Yeah.
And I said, sir, you understand, we're not making a penny. I literally charged you exactly what it cost. And that's not including my labor, the cost of the box and the stuffing in the box.
Shipping and delivery.
And so after that, I said, that's it. We don't, anything that we send out of country is strictly, we'll send it to a dealer. But you can tell her we have several 97s, including a 16 gauge, coming up in September auction.
Okay, so this is good news, and you do have someone with whom you can deal or have dealt in the past, and the shipping's going to be crushing. Mm-hmm. But if the firearm is otherwise unobtainium,
then
just, we're paying the extra 11% tax. You do what you do.
I've mentioned many times I do have a regular customer, Monsieur Casanova.
You're making that up.
No.
Best name possible.
Yeah, and he buys a lot of antiques from us, so we have sent to him. But for the most part, like I said, we tell them that there's a list out there because people don't seem to have a problem with it. Finding people. We've got.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And so you can set that up. Good. I will forward that to the European shooters. They'll be very interested and delighted to hear that.
Yeah. So, man, that international shipping is a bear.
Yeah, because
remember the South African guy that used to buy from us. And of odd thing, my favorite guy he's up in literally the North Pole, Alaska. Mm-hmm. So obviously Santa shoots. Got to get rid of them reindeer one way.
Reindeer games.
Yeah. So we have a customer up there that he actually owns a gun shop, and he buys from us fairly regularly. Big Colt buyer.
Yeah, even getting it over into Canada, that's been a trek because some of the things that even people at the border have difficulty, even though they've done it time and time again, trying to get it in there. It takes a bit. It takes a bit.
Yeah, we had a gal call, and she wanted to bid on one of the pieces of jewelry, and was asking, would we send that? And I said, well, of course we will. And I said, wait a minute, maybe I better think this over.
Right.
So we said, same thing.
Did your footwork and
find somebody that we can send it to and have them send it over to you, because I just don't want to even step into that hole.
Right.
Just
a big hole.
I got enough damn headaches. I don't.
Can be pricey, can be problematic, but you can make it happen.
I don't need any of them damn Canadian Mounties rolling up on it. Anyway. Take off, eh? Loser. All right, you hosers, you listening to Gunslingers Radio on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network, eh?
Now take off before I steamroller you, eh?
Hey. Don't you know? Mod 12s can be used for Wild Bunch, like the 97 is the only wind that can slam fire. That's from Eric. We're on Facebook.
We knew that.
Winchester made 1987s all the way through 1957 and 2 years till 1959 with a clean up of parts, but catalog 1957.
Tomato.
Whatever they had in inventory.
Yeah.
Sure. Model 12, most people that shoot competitively, because you shoot them a lot, you shoot them hard, they do prefer the simplicity of the Model 12. It's got, about half the parts.
Yeah.
So the 97 is such a Swiss watch.
And as stated, you can slam fire it, so makes it nice and easy. And 97s are very persnickety about loading that tube. And then,
boy, howdy.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
That's not a Chuck Berry riff. Everybody. Well, she got her daddy's car and she cruised through the hamburger stand now. Seems she forgot all about the library like she told her old man. Now, welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers Radio on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
That's us, and we're in our last segment already.
Wow. So this means 18 or 20 people should be calling about. Waiting for it now.
I tell you what. I mean, if you want to sneak one in, give us a call. Give us a number, Jim.
866-870-5752. Get your call in now.
All right. I did something today that we haven't done. Kathy and I went to the Norco 4-H auction today. We haven't done this in a long, long time. We had a good time for a short time.
Hey.
4-H it's wonderful. It's wonderful, and how wonderful that Norco is enough out in the woods. You want to explain a little bit about that?
Well, it's young kids, literally from 5 years old all the way up to, I think, about senior in high school, and they raise animals, I think, for a year, and then they bring them to auction, and of course the place is full of parents and businesses and stuff, and how Norco does it, they have the first sale, and a lot of times that sale, the first one, gets high money, and then they donate it back and they run it through again, and that is for a sponsorship college fund.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and they raise a ton of dough. I used to be the auctioneer for that.
Yeah,
but
that'd be a good fit.
It was a lot of fun. Did it for several years, and
How do you phrase this?
Oh yeah, how do you put it? Well, you know when you're really good at something, and then you go see somebody that's just not very good at doing the same thing. Yeah, that was kind of what it was like for me, because the auctioneer is wanting.
Ooh,
I'll just leave it at that. He wasn't the best, but it was still really cool to see a lot of kids and a lot of stuff going on. And,
great event.
Yeah, they sell sheep and goats and a ton of pigs and chickens and cows and
livestock,
a couple of bulls.
This is the stuff. This is what we eat. This is so real world.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, you can do a lot of things. A lot of people would, they buy the sheep, but the 7-year-old little girl, this is her sheep.
Coming a little attached,
and you can see she's. I remember when I was doing it. Sometimes they'd come out and they're so proud, and they start to cry, and so the people buy them. And then they donate it back, and she gets to take the sheep home.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, and this is real Americana. I mean, it was just so much fun.
I can see why you would donate your time to that cause.
Yeah,
because
one of the biggest bummer was there wasn't a lot. There was a lot of people there, but there wasn't a lot of animals. I remember doing like 10 sets of chickens and 15 goats and 12 sheep, 10 cows and
partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, and 40 pigs, and there was maybe 12 pigs. I think there was 3 or 4 sheep and a couple of goats and 2 bulls and a heifer, and that was about the long and the short of it. So
especially in an area like Norco and all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Norco is the weirdest town. You walk down the street and you can literally, there's a camel, there's a zebra, there's a buffalo. Yeah,
I'm a llama guy.
Yeah. Oh, there's tons of them.
So
and what's the other one? The alpacas. They're everywhere, and there's emus and ostriches.
I was about to say emus.
And of course, every other person's. There's more horses in Norco than there are people.
Yeah.
And the way people are driving in Norco, there's going to be less and less people.
Oh man!
Most of the city is 25 miles an hour, and most of the people are driving 50.
And it's posted everywhere.
Yeah, and I the people that run Norco, how they have not figured out to put speed bumps
or something
is just mind-boggling to me. Anyway, let's get to our buddy Brent in L.A. How are you, Brent?
Shalom, Brent. Good to hear.
Shalom and salutations, you gregarious gunslinging dudes.
Thank you kindly. What's going on?
Well, I normally don't talk politics, but
delighted and stunned to hear that.
Since the Democrats can't seem to stop accusing me and God's ancient and eternal ancestral nation of Israel apartheidal, genocidal, colonial, patriarchal Nazis, I now think that after 1,400 years of Muhammad's global jihad against not just Jews and Christians, but all humanity, it is way past time for Israel to joyfully expel every single progressive Palestinian predator in Gaza to the 100 nations in the United Nations who love them, believe in them, trust them, and desire to be raped, pillaged, plundered, and decapitated by them.
Come on. I mean, you're not. Where's the lie right there? Because pretty much these pro-Palestine people are pretty much on the backings of the new Nazis. They're backing up true terrorists who really hate everyone else who's not them, even the people that are with them. There are so-called, if you're pro-Palestine, you should be pro-Palestine Christian or pro-Palestinian Jew, but you're not. You've laid your flag with these people, and you wear their.
Well, how many times have you heard me say that? Most people today they don't pay attention. They just half hear, and whatever is on ABC, CBS, and NBC. This is where most people get their information, and that we all know that this information is incorrect. So they run around half-cocked. They have no, you see Charlie Kirk. He goes up to people. Why are you protesting?
That's painful.
And they can't even come up with a reason.
No.
Well, I'm protesting because Trump. Trump what?
Just exactly.
Because Trump,
he's racist and he's against women and
and he's.
Can you give me an example?
Corporations are getting all corporation-y, and it's. They have no concept of what they're doing other than they've been told, and they're doing what their new God and Savior television is telling them to.
Yeah, and I'm reading right now a book by Robert Spencer. He's one of the world's leading experts on Islam, and it's the history of jihad. And what they are doing now, they have been doing for over 1,000 years. Nothing's new here, and it is just very bizarre that we keep not recognizing the inhumanity of these people. How many have been murdered? I mean, when they talk about genocide, they have an entire 1,000 years of genocide.
It's part of their doctrine. It's in their book.
And when you call them Nazis, these are the promoters and supporters. And Adolf Hitler himself adored the Islamic world, and he was very upset that jihad did not take over all of Europe, because if Islam had, then his way of thinking, Germany would have been able to take over the whole world.
Yep. That was the plan.
They worked hand in glove during World War II.
Absolutely.
Just out of interest, I just Googled the Pillars of Islam. And those of you who do your deep dive on Google will be delighted to know that Google will lie to you.
Oh, absolutely.
There are 5 pillars of Islam.
Yeah. Sure.
No, there aren't.
Nope.
There are 7. And I'm watching it right here say there are 5 pillars of Islam, and there are 7. And guess what? They leave out stuff like jihad.
Well, there you go.
Islam does not mean peace for anyone who thinks that it does. It means surrender. It is actually the word for surrender. So please.
So basically, turn off your TV, go outside and play.
Oh, and if you want to save Arabs and you want to save Muslims, again, the history of jihad isn't just against Christians and Jews and every other religion. It's against each other. They can't stop murdering each other.
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Brent, as always, thanks for the call. We'll talk to you again.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Shalom,
Always good
friend.
conversation.
Really quick, let's get to Ed in Riverside. You snuck in, Ed. What's going on?
Hey, yeah, I didn't only cut the last half hour because of I was over in Loma Linda helping some young friends work on a motorcycle. Anyhow, I heard the conversation regarding the SIG P320, and I'm just wondering what your opinion is that versus its predecessor, the Beretta M9, which I can find no fault with.
Me neither. I like the M9. Here's my only beef is the grip is a little large.
The grip is too big, the safety's in the wrong place, and unless you have one of the later iterations, the front sight is fixed.
Yeah, and so you can't take it and change it out. Yeah. But other than that, I have no problem with the Beretta. The one you always hear is, they're rattle and they're loose. Well, of course they are. So were the 1911s, because GIs would abuse them and shoot them to death. And what's going to happen when you shoot something way too much? So
it's gonna wear and tear.
That's the story on that. I have no problem with either gun, to be honest. I have I have both, and I like them both.
I've got no experience with the SIG, but I think I'll take a hammer fired over a striker fired any day.
There you go.
The double to single action is a real nice safety feature.
Yeah. So anyway, he said the double and single action is a good safety feature. Ed, we got to go. We're at the end of the show.
Okay.
Thanks for the call. We'll talk to you.
Ed.
Bye-bye.
Good call, good question.
Yeah.
See how normal it is sometimes.
Well, we made it, guys.
Hey.
Even on a slow night on a holiday weekend, we got 1 minute left.
Oh, can I do a happy birthday
real quick.
to my redheaded fire starter? Thank you, girl.
Okay.
She puts up with a lot.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, we're going to Big Bear tomorrow. What are you doing, Jim?
I'm taking it easy.
There you go.
Sounds good. I'm working.
Ew.
I know.
Oh, yeah, don't forget, guys, the Horse Soldier Bourbon and Whiskey at the Highway 39 Event Center. We'll be there at 6 o'clock start time. Don't forget smiles, just little curves. That's a lot of things straight. Thank you, Leon. We'll see you guys next week.
God bless you guys. Love you.
This program was sponsored by the Gunslinger Shops.